Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Ife West, reaching you live and directly from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Please subscribe. This is a place where we talk about deep African metaphysics, undiluted, and ancient African history and science, and generally topics that are very difficult to talk about or understand. I try to make it simple as best as I can. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a very powerful spell or how to curse your enemies perfectly. I called it the perfect chicken feet curse, or the perfect curse spell. And as the name implies, you are going to be needing a chicken feet, a pair of chicken feet, both of them. Actually, this curse is an adaptation from the regular voodoo chicken feet curse. But in this case, I have been able to modify, upgrade it into something else, something much more powerful, something much more beautiful, something unique. So it is totally different now. It is not the original thing anymore. It is a brand new system that I have created here, and it is very powerful, very simple to do, and very effective. So I'm going to teach you guys how it is done today. This is my Halloween gift to you people. Since we are in the spirit of Christmas, in the spirit of Halloween, this is my gift to you people. This thing should not be taken lightly. It should be done only when there is no other alternative, or when you have been pushed to the wall. You have tried all other means, it didn't work, there is nowhere else to go. You have said, I have had enough. This is where I pack my boots. Because once you release this stuff into the physical world, it is not going back anymore. It is here to stay. You have created something that cannot be taken back. It's going to be here, and it's going to be attached to the target for the whole lifetime. It's not for the rest of their incarnations. So once you create this beast, you should be ready for whatever comes, because this is something that should not exist in this physical world. But due to the wickedness of men, people have to go the extra mile to do things in order to protect their existence as survivors. So I have taught you guys many things in this channel. I have brought many revolutions to light. This is the first curse spell that I'm doing on this channel. Probably it will be the last one, because I am not in the business of destruction. I am in the business of unity, progress, and upliftment and empowerment. So I don't focus on curse spell. But I have come to realize that life is a war zone, and you need things to know how to defend yourself from evil. You need to know how to stop evil. You need to know how to protect yourself from the enemies at the gates. So you need to know how to do some stuff, some dangerous stuff. You need to know how to protect yourself with your own venom. This is one of those ways that you can do that. Okay? So for this particular spell, first thing you need to get a chicken, a live chicken, and you can get a chicken feet from the supermarket. Okay, you can sorry, you can get a rope, a red rope. This is a black yam, but for this spell you need a red yam. But for it to be more effective, you need to get items that are much more in line with what you are going to do. You will need a black candle. I don't have a black candle here with me. This is just for demonstration, but for this spell to be effective, you need a black candle. Okay, and you need a red thread. You need your chicken feet. Then to boost the spell, to give it more power, to put to make it more potent, you need to get sand from the graveyard, from the cemetery. Okay, in my previous video, how to connect to the ancestors and open the gates of Augmented, I told you the instructions on how to do that and why it is necessary. So you need to get sand from the world of the dead. Okay, why I recommended you getting sand from there is that nowadays the will of people, the mind of people are very difficult to crack, to break, due to the wickedness in the world, due to the hardship in the world. So you need to go the extra mile. And for that, you need things that are out of this world, literally out of this world, to go there. So you need to be coming from the land of the ancestors. Okay? Okay, take for instance now, we have a regular war. You are a soldier going to war. You have your uniform, your standard issued AK-47, N16, and your regular bullets, NATO rounds. Soldiers you're going up to against, you don't know who they are. They might be special forces, might be SWAT, Marines, Royal Forces. They will still have the basic things that you have, even more. They will have the AK-47 standard bullets. Then they're going to be wearing bulletproofs. Almost every special unit going to war now always put on flak jackets, bulletproofs. The essence of this is that when they are shot, the bullet will not be able to penetrate to kill them. So, in order for soldiers nowadays to solve that problem, you need to be very good in accuracy. You need to be able to target the enemy effectively, to shoot at the aim at the weak spots. Can be the face, the neck, the under, the armpits, places that are not covered by the bulletproof or flak jacket. You need to be able to shoot them at those spots to stop them, or you need to shoot them multiple times. Sometimes you have to empty like 10 bullets, 6 bullets, even a clip, just to destroy one target. But to solve that problem, people have now created what they call hollow tips, hollow bullets, hollow rounds, explosive bullets, very powerful high caliber bullets, full metal jackets. These are bullets that have the capacity of blasting and penetrating flak jackets to kill the enemy, to neutralize the enemy. Just imagine somebody having a 50 caliber sniper rifle with a full metal jacket. You don't need to worry or care if your enemy is putting on a bulletproof, because you know that what you have is designed to penetrate armor, to blow the armor, blow the enemy, blow whoever is behind the enemy. So you need to know the kind of weapons that you have against this kind of people. There's a adage that says that as birds have learned to fly without perching, hunters too have learned to shoot without missing. So when you are going to battle, you need to be prepared. That's why you need to get stuff like this from the other side. When you get this kind of stuff, you add it to your spell. You have amplified the power by making it more potent, that even if that person, the target, is having defenses around them, what you are bringing against them is, is have the capability of blowing their defenses and hitting them, of shattering their defenses completely. So that's why it's better to fully harm yourself and get the extra ingredients that will make your spell very, very powerful, to be able to penetrate the armor, shield, protection of the enemies that are attacking you. So you might want to get that stuff, but if you cannot have access to that stuff, this on its own is still going to work. It will work very well. Okay? Even if the enemy is putting on a flak jacket, you still hit them with this. They will still know that the bullet hit them. They will still fall down. They will still feel the pain. They will go through all the motions, but they will not die, except maybe you hit them at a very vulnerable spot. You are lucky, or they are already weak, or they are already dying. So You can still do this without that extra stuff. But if you have that extra stuff, it's more power. If you don't have it, this is still going to blow them out of the water. Okay? So, you need that, the candles, then you need the rope of the chicken. That's why I advocate that it's better you go to the market to buy a chicken, because that rope that was used to band the leg of the chicken in the market that stops them from moving, you need to get that rope. When you buy the chicken from the market, the rope that was used to tie the leg together, you are going to lose that rope and keep it very well, because when you want to start, that is the rope you are going to first use to tie this together. Okay? But if you buy the chicken from supermarkets, the chicken feet are already there. There is no rope attached. In that case, you're just going to use your red thread that you bought from the markets. It will still work, but to another degree. But rope from the market, very, very important if you want it to be much more powerful. Okay, rope from market, your red thread, then your candles. Then you're going to get a picture of the bastard or the target, like the witness sample. It can be their picture, their photograph, anything that represents them, or it can be the clothing items, anything that they call their own, that they have used in this lifetime. A piece of clothing, can be a necklace, can be something that belongs to them. You need to get a witness sample, okay? Because that is going to be included. That is going to be the sympathetic link that you're going to use for quantum entanglement. The principle of this right is the right of the scientific principle of quantum entanglement, whereby you effect a piece of particle of specimen with the aim of affecting the whole of that specimen. So you're going to get something from the host. The picture is highly recommended because we're going to be melting the wax on that. So you can print the picture out. So the first step is that if you have the sand from the place of the dead, you are going to sprinkle it on top of the picture. As you're spreading it out, you are saying what you want to say, why you are doing this, and what have brought you to this point. You're also laying it bare on the body of the person. Now you are doing this, you are making use of your imagination. You actually have to see this in your mind happening. You have to see everything you want to happen in the mind of this person, happen to this person in real life. Then you take your first black candle. You have to turn the candle upside down. Then you're going to carve this place to be the head. This is the original head. But now we are reversing the flow of energy in the life of this person. So this is now be the new head of the candle. Then you are going to light it and you're going to be dripping the wax on top of the picture. As you are dripping it, you are laying the cause, you are banding. You band the body, band the spirit, band the soul, band the eyes, band the mouth, band the ear. From now, the person is not going to see what is going to help them. They are not going to hear any good news that is going to help them. They are not going to say the right words that is going to help them. They are not going to be thinking well. They are not going to be doing this, not doing that. You can also focus on the organs. You can attack the heart, the liver, lungs, or any specific place, any specific character. Everything you want to do, you just be saying it as you are melting the wax, with each drop, with all the anger, emotions that this person has been putting upon you. You are going to release everything into this picture. By the time you have fully covered the picture with the wax, it is all black. You know that, yes, you have sealed the person's fate with these causes. You have fused them into the person. You are going to fold it as much as you can. You fold that picture. By now, the picture will be heavy with the wax and everything, if you have the sand. Then you're going to put it in between the shaking feet. You're going to take this other feet. You're going to cover it, tie it, band it. As you are putting this, you are saying this, I band you the way this shaking has been banned. You are not going to move against me from today onward. Say all the things, how you are banding them. Then you're going to take that rope from the market that was used to tie the chicken. You're going to use that as the first rope you are going to use to tie this. So you are going to use that original chicken rope and retie this chicken and tie the person again. After you have tied the person with that rope, then you are now going to take your yarn of thread, your red thread that you have bought from the market. You can use black, but I would recommend you using red. It has a way we feel to the whole thing. So you're going to take the thread, start rolling. You're going to roll this. You know the way electrical engineers, they rewind coils of machines. When you go to an electrician shop, you see them rewinding motor coils, fan coils, any kind of coil. The way they wind it, you are going to rewind this thing. As you are winding it, you are repeating the bindings. All the bindings, everything you want. I bind you from moving, I bind you from attacking me, from doing this, from doing that, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your spirit. You are going to cover this whole thing with the thread. Okay, by the time you finish your winding, this is going to look very, very beautiful. It's going to be very, very beautiful and deadly. That anybody that sees it will know that this is not a good thing. It will be vibrating negative energy. Okay, after you have completed the binding of this, and make sure that the thread is very, very tight. You tie it very well that it cannot loose easily. Nobody can escape it. The person that is inside cannot escape from this binding. You now take the second black candle, then you light it and you use the wax to seal it. As you are sealing it with drops of wax, you are also repeating the course, repeating the binding. You are going to seal this very thing. It's going to be completely covered with wax. The thread and everything is going to be covered with the wax of the candle. It's going to be looking very, very beautiful. You're going to cover it in a way that hair will not be able to penetrate, even insects or something that we want to go to eat the chicken feet, that even the environment, weather cannot be able to penetrate the wax, penetrate the thread to destroy this course. It's going to be sealed, like almost airtight. Then the last candle that you are going to use is to curse whoever will try to break the curse. Anybody that will try to help this person, that will try to pray for them, that will try to give them water, give them house, give them money, do anything good for them, you are going to curse them. Anybody that will make attempt to even point the right direction to them on the road, you are going to curse those people. So it's a perfect curse spell. By the time you finish with this spell, nobody will want to help that person. Anybody that will want to help that person will be having problems. They are going to run away from them. The person is going to be like a outcast. It's going to be like a mad person, a destitute, homeless. Nobody is going to want to help them. So after we have finished with this, the time for disposal. This is not something you do and you keep in your house, because it will be dragging negative energy to your house. You don't want that. You need to take it as far from you as possible and as quickly as possible. So the first way to dispose of this is to bury it at a 3 or 4 root junction. I told you how to do that due to the fact that the 3 or 4 root junction is a meeting point, like a nexus for energies. So anything you put there is going to amplify into the universe faster. So you might want to bury it there. If you don't have access to a 3 root junction, or you want to take it further, you need to bury it at the cemetery, place where dead people are buried, so that the dead energies there is going to act on it very, very well to bring it to manifestation very fast. Or if you don't have access to that, you can tie this to a metal, something that's going to sink, a very heavy metal or stone, fasten it very, very fast, very well, and throw it into the river or throw it into the sea. Make sure that it sinks down to the bottom of the sea, to the bottom of the river, and leave it there. If you still don't have access to dispose it that way, your garden, you can still bury it and put it there. It will still work. But the most important thing, that this thing should not be in your house or close to you after you have created it. Okay? Because you want to forget about it as soon as possible. You bring something like this evil into the world, you throw it far from you, you throw it into an evil forest, or throw it very, very far from you. Okay, this is not something you keep in your house. It will be affecting you. It will be stopping good things from coming to you. So after you have done this and dispose it, you might want to break all contact with that person. You should not help them. You should not give them any money, any kind of assistance. You cannot give them anymore, because if you give them, the cost will affect you, because it's you that laid this cost. So you cannot help them anymore. Even if this person come to beg you, bring people to come to negotiate, to come to lobby you, influential people you cannot say no to. You might forgive them in public, just so that people will not think you are a wicked person. But don't do anything financially, anything physically, anything to help them. You must not do it, because the cost will come back to you, because it's you that placed it. So this is the way the course has been designed. And as the creator of the course, I have also caused the course as well. Anybody that is going to use this thing unjustly on another human being, that person is going to go mad. That person is going to walk naked on the streets. That person is going to eat excrement. And that person is going to be homeless. So if you think you are going to use this to affect the life of people that did not do anything to you, just because you are a wicked human being, this course will revise back to you, especially if you take it to the realm of the ancestors. When they come and they see that the person does not deserve this course, you are the wicked one, everything you have bind will not go back to your head, and there's no reversal. It is that simple and it is that powerful. Okay? So before you want to do this kind of thing, you have to think very, very well. That it's like a last resort before you bring this thing into the world, before you create this kind of thing and you bring it out into this physical world. Because what you have brought this course, you cannot reverse it. Okay? It's going to attach to the person throughout this lifetime. Only God knows how far it's going to go. Okay? This is something that I have experimented with. I have seen how it works. But I would still like it to be experimented further. I would like to see it being tested against business or an object like a car. I believe it will work well. It can be used to stop a car. It can be used to shut down a business. So I think it can be adapted to those other purposes as well. So this is the perfect chicken feed course, and I hope you enjoyed. Something that you need to know to defend yourself from the enemies at the gates and protect yourself. I believe in the Chinese axiom that it's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. So as you are learning the good side of African spirituality, you should also learn the other side. It's a two-way street. You need to learn the art of offense and defense. You need to be able to protect yourself when you are being attacked. This is one of the ways that we use to stop our enemies. So you can use it from any part of the world to stop an enemy. You can use it, but you do not use it against people that are not attacking you, against people that do not deserve it. If you could use it to go and tie down somebody's destiny, it's going to reverse and tie your own destiny. We have people in Africa, very wicked people, especially from polygamous homes, whereby a wife will go and tie the destiny of the children of the other wife so that they will not succeed in life. This is the type of thing that they use to tie down people's destiny, to block them from moving forward. So you need to know how to protect yourself from this kind of things. Okay? You need to be careful. There are even parents that even tie the destiny of their own children. You just see the children, they will be struggling. They are not going forward in life. All what they are making, all their money, another person will be eating it. They use this kind of thing to tie people's destiny. It's a very, very bad thing. So you should know that this thing is not to be used lightly. Okay? Because you that tie somebody's destiny, your own destiny will be You are not going to go forward in life. Just like you see somebody's shirt, say you are not moving, you two that season the person, you two are not still moving. Both of you are going to be there. So that is the repercussion that many of these people don't know, that they are tying down people's destiny and progress. There's a repercussion to that. Okay. This thing should only be used when somebody is stopping you from moving forward and you are very, very sure that this person is attacking you and you want them out of the way. This is when you use this kind of thing. Okay. So this is not something to be taken lightly. You have to be careful with this stuff. It's very, very powerful, very, very explosive. And once you have released it, you can't take it out again. Today I'm not so feeling fine, but I wanted to do a video. This is my first video of this week. So in the spirit of Halloween, of loving and sharing, this is what I have for you today. And questions and comments are welcome. Like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys how to preserve the chicken feet. So I just remembered now, putting it back in the video. After you have gotten your chicken feet, there's a way to preserve it for the day that you are going to use it. Most times, we don't use it that day that we get it. And maybe you happen to go to the market, you want to eat a chicken, you get it, and you have to keep these feet because you know that you are going to use it for something, or a client want to cost somebody, and you will need to have a chicken feet already. You don't need to go to market every time to buy a full chicken. So the way to preserve this chicken feet is to sun it dry on the sun for 3 days, and you can just keep it. But we find ourselves living in situations whereby we don't want people to know that we are practicing metaphysics or African spirituality, or you are in a place that you cannot be seen with this, or you are living in a house that you don't have a balcony, you don't have privacy, and you still want to preserve your fresh chicken feet for the day that you are going to use it, or the day that nobody is going to be at home where you are going to practice your metaphysics. We have all been in that place. To preserve this thing inside your house because it's fresh and you don't want it to be smelling bad, you cannot put it in the fridge. A good way to preserve it is to get a plastic bag like this that does not have any hole. You get a plastic bag, you put it inside the bag, then you get rays or shutters, something that we use to spray insecticide, then you spray inside the bag. Okay, you spray it in like this, you bag it, then you tie it so that the ray is going to be inside. You tie it very, very tight. Okay, this is the way to preserve it inside your house so it does not smell and the ray does not allow it to decompose in the way whereby insects or bacteria or whatever that it is going to get in. So this is the way you can preserve it inside your room without you having a room smelling of flesh or chicken feet. So you preserve it like this and keep it in a place until that day that you are going to use it. Okay, that's how you preserve it. Very, very important. You know how to preserve the chicken feet if you are living in a house that don't have privacy. This is how you do it until the day you are going to use it. Okay, so that being said, I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye.